Hello, hello, my arty friends. Welcome to my video, to my studio. This is Kimberly with Journal Breeze, and I'm happy to see you here today. I am going to play around with some of the new kit from Chapteronepapers. So this would be my design team project. And what I'm going to show you some tags I've made, and then I'm going to put together a pocket in a pocket. And it's a large pocket that you can put something in that's on another paper that's forming a pocket when you glue it on a page. The ideas came from Kate at Kate Space. Oh, yeah, is that the name of her? I'll put it in the description box. And then she said she got the idea from Rachel, and I do recall Rachel showing something like that. So you may know what it is, but the thing about this particular kit is look how many elements there are in a page to do this kind of thing with. It's pretty incredible. This whole kit is just full. There's a few full pages, but mostly there are pages that have strips that run the whole way or this way, or are divided up into like sections like this or sections like this. So there are so many possibilities. You wouldn't believe it. It's called Dusty Rose and Blues, and then the ephemera is called Dusty Pink and Blues. But there's minty blue in everything, and there's some shade of pinky red also. This is some of the ephemera. I think that's upside down. Beautiful. Beautiful. And this is another full sheet. Now, not full as in one pattern on the whole thing, but I did print these at 8 by 10 and 32-pound paper, and I didn't back anything. And then I showed something on my Instagram yesterday, a kit from them, and this is one of the scraps, so definitely a saver. And this is more of the ephemera that comes in it. This is a wonderful piece. And all different sizes and whatnot of other. So let me show you just some of the tags I made that are separate from the project. They don't really go in this project, but I loved some of the ephemera. This is a piece of the ephemera. And I kind of did a lot of experimenting with these. They were well decorated, so they didn't need much, but I kind of went to town anyway. I used some tape that I printed out from some digitals from Raindrop Lila. It's got printing on it that you can't really see. And I glued the lace in, obviously. But the tape up close has little gold here and there. And I just thought it added a nice element to this side of the page. I embossed and then ran my dauber over this. These are printed on here. And then this I made to look like a sample card heading from a piece of their ephemera. And so you could do some secret writing under here. But I just loved this piece of woven thick cotton, and I thought it was nice against the black. So that'll be a journaling card. This is a back from their previous kit. One of my favorite pages. Love it, love it. And I stitched around everything with my sewing machine. This is a tag that worked out well, I thought. These are cheesecloth forming the bottom. And it's a damask pattern, and I did a texture paste flower on there, and the first time I did it I used a very white texture paste, and when it dried it was just too white. So then I did a plaster paste over the same stencil and made it more of an older white, like used white, and I thought that looked better. But still, against this background that has a lot of white in it, it fell a little flat. So I used one of these brushes and hickory smoke and made some of the design show up a little better. And then this is cheesecloth also. I stitched around it, and this is, I cut this from one of the sheets of the journal pages that come in the kit. This isn't a tag, but the sheet is made up of these ledgers and blue envelopes and whatnot, so you can cut all kinds of backs that look like tag backs, and they could be tag fronts too. It's another tag directly from the kit, and one of those backs from that sheet of paper. This is another tag and from that sheet of paper, and this I did a texture paste of a key, and again, it was quite white, so I blended together some pistachio green, I think it was, or another shade of green. I think I used two greens, sort of a dark aqua and then the pistachio on top, and then a little bit of hickory smoke to make it look like it was, you know, when it gets rusted and gets that green verity look to it. That was what I was going for, and I wrote those numbers on there. So I consider these all experiments, but this one turned out usably, I think. It's cute. Again, texture paste twice. I did the white and then I did the other on top, and it just laid out that way. I think that makes the tag look cute. And then I love this back, and this came out of the back that I used for the others as well. And then this one, this is actually from the kit, the previous kit that had this beautiful flower and that urn. I made the pickable pocket out of this page, and so this was on that same page, and so I just made a pocket, stamped it, and put the same green you know, distressing around the edge, and then this was also in that former kit, and I just love it so much. And then this was in this kit. So those are just, you know, food for thought. Sometimes you just want to try ideas. I think I can use this one in the right kit, maybe a kit of neutrals. I think it's pretty cool. Looks pretty good in person. It might not look as great on the camera. All right, so on to our project. This is from that former kit. Remember the urn? Oh, love it, love it. Okay, well that might actually work in here. So, and this is from another one of their kits. I don't recall, and this was quite a while ago, this kit. And this was also, might be Vintage Florist, might be this last kit. I don't know, but they're great. They always put in some nice neutral papers that you can use at any time, anywhere. So I keep those handy. All right, so I was playing around, and I pretty much have an idea what I want to do. But these are the 3 pages that I considered using to make the pocket in the pocket. And I think this one lends itself beautifully. I did make a tag, a small tag, and because I used this, I eliminated this from this project because I don't want the tag that goes in it from the side to be the same thing as what's on the top. So I'll put this to the side, but I think this is a good one to consider. So what I'm going to do, instead of the obvious, which would be to put this on here, I'm going to put this on here. No, this is going to go here. And then I'm going to make this the bottom portion. So let's do a little ripping, and okay. I'm looking at this ruler, and I just got one in the mail. Have I already wrecked it that badly? Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Is this my new one? Or is this the old one? Well, I'm gonna hope it's my old one. So, it's a long weekend here in California, or the United States, in honor of the soldiers that have fought in all of our wars and helped us by, you know, giving their life. So it's kind of a somber day, but now it's become a big let's go camping, let's barbecue and get drunk kind of a day. I don't tend to see it that way myself, but it's a kind of weather that you kind of want to stay inside. It's not really the typical weather that we have on May, the last holiday in May, but I like it because it's cool. And you can have all the doors and windows open, so that's nice. So this I want to see is the part that's going to be glued down. Okay, this will be glued to the page. And it may have to be made smaller in the interim. But this is going to go up here and lay on it, and this is going to be the bottom. So let's see what we want to do here. Let me see what the size is. Okay, so we are going to make this smaller. Oh, no, we want it to show. That's right. Okay. All right, so let's rip this. And then I'm going to leave this, but not because it's going to show. I'm leaving it so that it's providing a nice area to slip the tag in. And so there's going to be a tag in the front, a tag on the side, and then when you glue this down, there's going to be a tag in the back. But I'm not going to use a tag in here. I have another idea, a little surprise idea. Easy peasy, you can all do it. Not hard at all. Okay, so now I want to find, let me get rid of this top here. Okay, actually I think I'm going to rip it even closer to here because I'm not really interested in the top part. Okay. Gosh. Alright, so if I want this to be the bottom, what do I want to show? Do I want it to be like that? Or do I want it to be like this? I kind of like that font, but I really like that too. Well, let's make this as small as we can and see what we have left. Let's start there. Okay, and I know it's not going to be long, so let me see. Okay, so this, I'm going to make this shorter, and I'm going to have this right in the center, and then this is going to go like this. So what looks better against that brown? Probably not the black. So now I kind of wish I hadn't torn that off. Let's see. If I go like that, then I could have had less. Alright, if we went all the way over here. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, I'm going to do that. So, I wanted to measure how long it needed to be. I want that stamp to show. And it does not have to be a deep pocket at all because of the kind of tag that I'm using. Alright, so then if we want a little bit of this brown to show on the bottom, which we do, then I'm going to bend that there, okay? So, okay, so let me get rid of this. Okay, so this will go here because I really like that showing. And then this will go here. Let me see if I like that. Yeah, I like how this color and this color, yeah, I like how it makes your eye go like that. I think that's really nice. But just before I rip, let's see if we would rather do that. And then turn this under. That does look better. Okay, I'm going to turn this here. Let's see. That. Oh, I don't really want that to show. Let's see. Huh. This is a chair railing that I wish weren't there. Okay. And then cut it off there. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay. You know, I don't like this border here. So, I'm just gonna make sure I get this the right length, and then we're gonna glue so I'm gonna fold it around, and what we're gonna glue after I distress it is the back. So it's gonna be held by the glue here, because we can't glue in here because that is going to be the pocket, so this thing's got to slip in. So we can glue here, but we don't want to glue it, you know, here. So let me distress this. And I don't want to cut the little peephole in this one, for reasons that you'll see. Let me see what I'm going to stuff in it. Okay. And I think maybe I don't know, do something else to decorate that. I like that ribbon there. I don't know. We'll look at that later. I'm not going to worry about that now. Okay, so let's distress this while we're at it. You know, what I want to do is, where are my scissors for this? Oh, I don't see them. Okay, let me see if I can just get this way more messed up. Oh, I don't have to do it down there. That's right. Okay. Okay. Oops, okay. All right. I've been watching Amy over on Crafty Cat. I've been watching her for a few years, but she's gotten so into a type of grunge that is just totally appealing to me. And I just want to do this because I'm watching Amy make stuff look so good with some pretty heavy-duty distressing. She uses wet media, which I'm not going to do here, but I can see doing that. And I want to get rid of these edges. I don't know if I can rip that small. Let's see. I see. Let's see. There was a day when I would have loved these edges, but I just don't want to have it look so finished. I want it to look more old, I guess would be the way to call it. Okay. She does this series, Amy, on Crafty Cat. She does this series called, I saw it in Somerset Magazine. I get Somerset Magazine, and I never get ideas like she does. I mean, she really uses the magazine wisely. I wish I could see with the vision she does. It's hardly ever spurred me to make anything, but since watching her, I find, I'm starting to develop, sort of an eye on how you can take it in another direction. I can't believe I don't have that eye, for heaven's sakes, but it just seems like I don't. So yeah, so you might check it out. Saw it on Somerset Magazine. I think like she's at number 48 or 47. She's working on a Halloween theme right now. She just came out with a Halloween kit. Cute, old-fashioned, nostalgic kind of Halloween. And a little throw out for Creep on June 25 is starting on June 1st. There's some wonderful digitals that go with that. But Amy's are very, cute, not gory, not even scary, more cute, more nostalgic, I'd say. Okay. All right, there we go. So that's that. And then this seems to be grunged up. And so she took an idea in Somerset this last time. She's working on it right now. Normally, the ideas are just like a single journal card or, something that would attach to a page. But this time, her idea came from an author in the magazine that was covering notebooks that she bought. And Amy decided to use a composition notebook, half size, and use her Halloween digitals. And then she's altering the inside, too, with this method that I think she learned from Eva on Bohemian Crafting. And it's fun, it's interesting, and it's definitely a different approach, and I like it. I do, I really like it. Let's see if I can get some of this in here. Let's see if I can, yeah. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh gosh, that kind of obvious. Okay. I don't know if that helped her or hurt. Okay, I think it hurt. Oh well. Oh well. I am not a proclaimed grunge artist, but I'm going to become better at it because I like it. Okay, so it's spinning energy. It's moving. I mean, I don't know. I look at it and I think, I just don't know what I can do to get rid of it. Well, we'll see when it's done. It may not be that bad. And it's only paper. Oh, that number's nice. I kind of hate to cover that up. Okay, so, it will be covered, though, because we're going to put this down here. All right, so that's how the pocket's going to look without anything added. It's going to look just like that. I like that. I like that very much. Okay, so let's glue. And again, I'm leaving this on so that the thing can sit in there and be held nicely. The tag, not a tag thing I'm going to put in there. Okay. And then here. Alright. And then I'm going to use our glitter glue to glue that down. Okay, so then yeah, because this is going to be the pocket and this is going to be the pocket. So you do across the top, down the left side, and on the bottom. Okay. Oh, I like that. There we go. And the stamp says June, or at least it looks like it does. Okay, so then this is open, and that's what I made this tag for. I simply made that sheet I showed you out into 5x7 size, the whole sheet, and then cut this off of it. And I put it on a piece of rag French paper. So that's going to go in here. Let's see how that looks. Pretty. I think that's very pretty. Looks good with that. I could maybe put a tab, but I like that decal edge. I think that's so pretty, and it's real. So I kind of hate to get rid of it. And then what I'm going to put in there, where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, this is a piece of lace. You know, it's one of those very wide pieces, and I think it looks beautiful sticking out of the pocket. It could be lower. And it can be higher. But I love these little guys sitting beneath the rose. I think that is so pretty. Very feminine. I like it like that, having quite a bit show. And then this is on the side. I like it. All right. And then on the page, let me grab a journal we could use as a see. That's not the right color page. No. 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 Huh. What color page is it going to go on? Okay. You know, I think it looks best on that page. I think the laces, let's see, there's lace on the page, And so it ends up, I think that looks really good. I could put that like that. Let's see how that looks. You know what? That looks pretty cool. I like it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue it right down there. Okay, but when I glue it, I want to make sure I'm going to glue this side, and then I'm going to glue part of the top, but I like this kind of standing up. So then a bigger tag will get to go in this whole thing. And I can have this one stick out a little bit further even. There we go. Wow. I couldn't be happier with that. Okay, let's put it in. Alright, so, oops. Okay, this is going to be on the lace, so I will glue that well. And this is going to take a large, this will accept a large tag, which I like that because it's so hard to, find spaces for large tags, but I have some large pieces I would like to be able to use for this. So that's what I'll do. What a lucky find to see this lace down here, which I aged with coffee. I sprayed coffee on it. That is just fantastic. Okay, so one's going to go here, one's going to go here. It could have gone here, but I'm going to do two that go on the side. I think that's going to be better. Let's see, here's a book. Here's some book pages that I embossed. I love this one. I love that one. And then this one, I'll cut that off. So let's see if I could. I don't think I can. Let's see. I'm going to rip this off, see if I can fit this in there. Or I could leave it as a pocket. Okay, that's what I'll do for the moment anyway. And then let's see if it fits in there. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ha! This has worked out really well. Oh, it's so nice when something just comes together that easily. You know that isn't common. I want to take off. How does one rip? Let's see. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I want that edge. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can do that. Oh, you know what? I got a decal scissor. Hold on. Let me try this. There we go. I was afraid that the embossing would crack if I tried to rip with the ruler. Okay. All right. Okay, let me just glue this down. And then I'm going to stick this tag okay, where is it? Remember the video I made about making collages with clear plastic, not plastic, but sticker. This was from that. I have a video on that. It's right before Christmas, I think. I wanted to put, here we go. I want to put this in there. And I'll probably get something stiffer for the final because I'd like it to be stiff enough. But meantime, let's put this in here. Ah, that is gorgeous. And such a good color. Oh my gosh. I love it. And then that can be there. And there you go. I am very happy with that page. It's just yummy creams and neutrals. And then that little touch of brown, which you only see a little of because a lot of it's under here. Or if I tuck this in more and move it up, if I move it up as high as it can go, then you see some more on the outside. I think that looks better, actually. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. So it's a pocket, and a pocket. Do you like it? Do you think it's one of the easiest things you've ever seen in your whole life, but it doesn't look like it's that easy? I do. Oh my gosh. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you'll go check out their store, their Etsy shop, Dusty Rose and Blue for the background papers, which is what these are, and our journal pages, and then Dusty Pink and Blue are the ephemera. But don't let the names confuse you because they're really they all go together really well. And I will have a discount coupon in the description box that they generously give you guys for anything in their shop, and it's good for 30 days. So let me know what you think in the comments, or if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And other than that, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.